Do this to make her addicted to you. Well, hello and welcome, darling. My name is Arica Angelo, and I'm coming to you from Bali, Indonesia. About to take off to Europe, to Greece. So this is one of my last recorded videos from Bali. I could cry. I've been in Bali for almost 2 years now through this whole pandemic. So I don't know when you're watching this video, but Bali has become home to me. So on that note, do this to make her addicted to you. I'm actually going to share with you 2 things. So if you're new here, make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because who knows where in the world I'll be doing another video. Could be Greece, could be France, could be Galveston, Texas. Chances are it's going to be all 3, and Los Angeles, California. That's where my travels are taking me. So here are the 2 things that I want you to do that will make her addicted to you. Hey guys, no matter where you are in your journey with women, I've got you covered with one of my courses. So make sure that you check these courses out at aricaangelo.com. Ready for this? You're going to pivot between these 2 things. This first, this second. This first, this second. Like, this is what I want you to become ingrained with. Are you ready? Are you ready for it? I want you to not only first consistently stand up for yourself, but speak from the heart. So it's like this: stand up for yourself, speak from the heart. Stand up for yourself, speak from the heart. Now you're like, what the hell are you talking about, Arica Angelo? How is that going to make a woman addicted to me? Help me understand that, because I don't see the rationale of that. I'm going to share this with you. You're going to understand this. So here's the thing. When you stand up for yourself as a man, and I'm going to give you some examples, what I mean by stand up for yourself. When you stand up for yourself as a man, guess what? A woman sees you as valuable. Why does she see you as valuable? Because when we stand up for ourselves, what are we standing up for? Our values, what we want, what makes us tick, what makes us happy, what pisses us off, what are our pet peeves. When we are constantly standing up for ourselves, it communicates to the world, hey, I am a person of value. And when a person is of value, people innately respect them. People innately want to be around them. Why? Because they've taken the time to value themselves. And so it's like, hey, I want to be around that, because most people don't know how to do that. And so I want you as a man to constantly stand up for yourself. I'm sure most advice that you're used to is like, placate to women. Give them whatever they want. Absolutely not. Following that will put you in the friend zone. Following that will get you taken advantage of by women. One thing that is super important to me to really empower and equip men with is to encourage them to really stand up for yourself. Stand up for yourself when things piss you off. Stand up for yourself when you really want to do something that maybe she doesn't want to do, but you say, hey, this really matters to me. The problem is men go through life communicating subconsciously, hey, I don't have any needs. My only needs is to put a smile on your face. That is absolute BS. And women know that, and they can feel that, and it turns them off. Sure, it makes them happy for just a week or 2, but eventually she disrespects a man like that. But a man who stands up for himself, who says, I don't want to do that. You know what? I'm not comfortable with this conversation right now. Hey, I'd really like it if we went hiking this weekend. Hey, you know what? There's this restaurant that I've really been wanting to go to, and I'd like for you to join me. You see how he's just standing up for himself. He is being his own advocate. When someone does this, he is perceived as someone who is valuable. He's perceived as a confident person. He's perceived as someone who really owns himself. And this makes women addicted to you. Why? Because most guys are inundated with just please her, just make her happy. But if you're not making yourself happy, you have nothing to give to her. So doing that, but then also the other aspect of communicating from the heart. What do I mean by that? A lot of times men are moved inside. Like they feel something for a woman. They're like, damn, she looks pretty. How many times, I cannot tell you how many times I've worked with clients and they say, oh yeah, my wife looked beautiful. This girl looked beautiful. And I will say, did you tell her? Well, no. Why didn't you tell her? I don't know. I guess I should have. But I didn't. And so a lot of times men get these stirrings in their heart. They get these feelings. They get these longings. They get these impulses from the heart. And then they never say a damn thing. Why? Because they lack the courage. Or most men don't even see the value in it because they're like, oh, I'm not used to people telling me that stuff. So I imagine it wasn't very important to her. And I'm like, hell yeah, it's important to her. She wants to hear those things from your heart. But if you don't have the courage to follow through on that, if you don't see the value, if you don't value yourself enough to go, hey, I want to say this to this woman because it's how I feel and what I feel. Hey, here's a concept. It actually freaking matters. What a concept. When you're able to do that, this makes women addicted to you. It's that pivot of standing up for yourself and communicating from the heart, telling her when you get that impulse of like, damn, she looks beautiful, or damn, I want her, or damn, I really want to spend time with her, or damn, I can't get that girl off my mind. When you say those things just like that, just the way that you feel it, this makes her addicted because a lot of guys have not been trained to do this. A lot of guys have not been equipped. Most guys have been told ever since they were young, feelings, that's girl business. You shouldn't have no feelings. Don't tell a woman that. She don't want to hear it. Some backwoods guy from the 1800s has been giving, men of generation upon generation of advice. That doesn't work. That shit is broke and it needs a fixing. So here's the thing. When you're constantly standing up for yourself, whether it's the things that you don't want to tolerate, whether the things that you're passionate about and you want to do, standing up for yourself there, but also combining it with speaking from your heart. When you get those impulses that you follow through, you say those, you communicate those. And a lot of times men aren't able to do this because they're completely disconnected from their heart. How many of you can say, I'm more connected to my logic than my heart? Show of hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. And why is that? Because that's what men have been trained to do. They've been trained to live from their logic. So this is why I created this emotional warrior program that I've talked about. And if you've never checked it out, man, you got to get your hands on this because this program is really gonna equip you to quit just operating here, but from finally living from this, realizing that this is what matters. This is where she connects with you from this heart. It's getting your heart back so that you can show up and facilitate a real dynamic connection with her. So that when you get those impulses, you know that your heart matters and that it's important for you to speak from your heart so that when you get that impulse, you follow through and you say it. And when you say it, you create that connection that she can't bypass, that she can't ignore. And she goes, I got to be with this guy because I haven't felt this in many years. And you do that by going through the heart, by becoming that emotional warrior. So I want you to start practicing with that. I want you to start standing up for yourself a lot more. And especially with women in the workplace, with family, start standing up for yourself. I'm not telling you to be an a-hole and to just start, yelling at people. I'm just saying, just listen. When something matters to you, give it a voice. Say something about it. But when you also get those impulses, that you get that stirring inside, that impulse, that you follow through on that you have the courage to follow through. You become that emotional warrior, that you say the things that you feel and you make the impact. You make a difference in her life. You create a longing where she wants to be with you because there's something special about you that she's never experienced with any other man. So guys, listen, you have what it takes. And in this very moment, you, my darling, you are deeply loved. I will see you in my next video. And sending a big heart love bomb from Bali, Indonesia. My last recorded video here. You guys take care. Bye.